Hi everyone, really good to be able to share with you again. Can I just apologise again for my last devotion? Your ears are probably still hurting, my voice still is. So yeah, apologies for that one. Now, one thing I want to share with you today, something Jesse said on Sunday really struck something with me. Great preach, go and listen to it, all about Joseph and his gifts and using his gifts, etc. Go and listen to it, it's brilliant. But one thing he said right at the start of it, he just simply said, Joseph is one of my favourite characters in the Bible. My instant reaction to that was, it's not one of mine, thank you. And I thought, why is that? And it goes back to when I was young and we'd hear the stories of Joseph and read the Bible. And when I was a youngster, I used to think, it'd be so annoying. I mean, he was so bad, his brothers wanted to get rid of him. He was spoiled, he would have been moaning, whinging, I'm better than you, all of that. And they wanted to get rid of him. And I used to think, I don't really like Joseph. And that's probably then carried through for me, even now, subconsciously. But that got me thinking, okay, what, in characters in the Bible, who do I associate with? Who can I link with? And there were loads. The great thing with the Bible, there's so many characters in there. Then you read through them and try and get to understand what they're like. There's somebody for everybody. And Gideon's one of those people for me. I read the story of Gideon. It's in Judges chapter 6 to 8. And Gideon he hears God, but he just doesn't really believe it. He's like God, I need to show me. And it gets embarrassing how many times Gideon asks God to prove what he's saying to him is true. But God graciously does it. And when you see all of that is building up to when Gideon really needs to trust what God's telling him to do, because it's completely against what you would normally do, that Gideon says, yeah, God, I know you're there, I know you're with it, I'm going to do it. And he sees it through. And so I see that a lot of me and Gideon and I kind of associate with it. And there's just so many characters in the Bible that we can link into. But one particular character I wanted to share with you, and we don't really know much about him, but he is one of my favourite characters in the Bible. Luke chapter 23, verses 39 to 43. I'm just going to read them. One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. Aren't you the Christ? Save yourself. But the other criminal rebuked him. Don't you fear God, he said. Since you're under the same sentence, we're punished justly, for we're getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong. Then he said, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus answered him, I tell you the truth, today you will be with me in paradise. We don't know much about the thief on the cross, but what I absolutely love about it is it doesn't matter what he was like. It even didn't really at that point matter what he'd done. He recognised what he'd done wrong, he recognised who Jesus was, and he asked him if he could be with him in heaven that day. And that kind of just sums it all up for me. It doesn't really matter what we're like. God's came for everybody. Jesus is there for everybody, for you, for me, no matter what we're like. It cuts through all of that and gets right to the core. And Jesus is there for anyone, no matter where you're at and what you need, he's there. And I love that. I love that, not necessarily the character, but I love where that person got to in realising where he was and what he needed. Why today don't you have a think about some of the perhaps characters that you know in the Bible? Perhaps you haven't read about them or read the word about them for quite some time. Go back, have a read, have a look. Remind yourself, God may well say something new to you about them that you hadn't seen before, as Jesse did with Joseph for me on Sunday. So why don't you do that? And if you're quite a new Christian and actually don't know many of the characters in the Bible, well, why not go to Judges 6 to 8, have a read of Gideon and just see how God impacted his life. God bless you. Have a great day.